Welcome to Desde Cero con Manuel. Bienvenidos a Desde Cero. Let's welcome today's guest, Aggie alumni, my nephew and godson, Aron Longoria. Aron, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's begin the conversation. Aron, where were you born?
Born and raised here in Bryan, Texas. Raised by all you guys, basically. At my grandma's house on 28th Street.
Yeah. Family, parents, brothers?
Oh, yeah.
Sisters?
Yep. My dad, Geronimo Longoria Jr., my mom, Anna, my sister, Yanis, the realtor, right. And my brother, Geronimo. Both were on this podcast, and right. I'm the youngest out of all of them.
Yeah. Your wife?
My wife, Brandy.
And brand new baby boy.
Yeah, brand new baby boy. Was born earlier this year in June.
And it's RJ, right?
RG. Robert Graham. Yep.
Robert Graham.
Yep.
Okay. Well, before we get going, I want to remind everybody to please subscribe to Desde Cero con Manuel and help keep growing the channel. And it's free to subscribe. Yep. Okay, so please keep subscribing. Well, let's get the conversation going, Aron. And I want to kick it off by talking about the Senior Little League World Series. You were a part of a Little League World Series, which is the senior division.
Yep.
What year did Bryan Little League West senior boys participate in that championship?
In 2008. Basically, it was going to be our last year playing together because, back then that's where it all ended right there. You're 15 and 16 age. So right. That was our last go.
And the senior, okay, you got your Little League World Series, which is
11 and 12.
11 and 12. Yep. But there's still a Little League to play. Right. And that's after that. That's the senior league, right? What age group is that?
That's the 15 and 16. And they also had the other one too, the 13 and 14. There's been a few people played in that, like NFL player Patrick Mahomes is in that one, the 13 and 14. Okay. So there's been some people on there.
Okay. Who were your coaches? Look, there's the picture right there. Who were your coaches in that team?
Head coach, Richard Martinez, and two assistants got Tommy Galvan, senior. Okay. And then you got John Martinez, which was Richard's oldest son.
Okay. Teammates. Who were your teammates on that team?
Team guys I grew up with. A lot of them I grew up with.
I think I know all of them.
Yeah. A lot of them I grew up with. Let me just start from this side. You got David Williams, David Contreras, Jake Sutherland, Steven Spees, Tommy Galvan, Matt Vire, myself, Mike Martinez, Miguel Perez, Arthur Garza, Nathan Kaiser, Jacob Spivey, and Tiny Vasquez.
Tiny Vasquez was in there too.
Oh yeah,
man, that's a big group right there. Yep. And it was a good group.
Oh yeah,
and you had a good group of teammates, and then you had good coaches.
Yep.
So I want to send out a shout out to all those coaches who.
Oh yeah, they helped us out since we were 5 years old.
Yeah, and Little League, they're volunteers. So big shout out to those guys, and they did an amazing job that year. What road was taken to get there? You had to win here and sectional, state, regionals, and all the way to nationals, right?
Yep. Yeah, you start off in district play, which was played at the West Park, and I think we competed against North, Little League.
You remember who you had to beat to move
for the first round, we had to beat North. We got us and North got to the championship game. We beat North, and then we went to sectionals, right, in Brenham. Yeah. And we beat Tyler, one of the Tyler teams there, to get to the following round. And at that time, how many teams have been to that Tyler, the state tournament? Wow, it's very few. I know Tony Gongor's team got there a few times, I think. And then we got to that round, and I think we beat Beaumont at that time to get to the.
Was it regional?
Regionals, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was the first time. That's as far as a West team has gotten, I believe. Yep.
So where was that held, the regionals?
The regionals was held in Seguin, kind of outside of San Antonio.
Okay, it was still in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the year before, I believe it was in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I felt like we had a team the year before that to get there, but we got upset in that sectional tournament. It was pretty heartbreaking.
Okay, so who did y'all beat to go to the World Series?
We beat Laredo, a team from Laredo, a tough team from Laredo. Yeah, they were good. That was a good team right there.
You remember who pitched that game?
I'm not sure, but it was a tough road to beat them. We So that first game over there in Seguin, we lost the first game, which automatically you go to the losers bracket.
Okay.
And we had to just claw our way out of there too. And we made it all the way to the championship game. Yeah, we had to double dip them. We beat them. Okay. You know, it was a close game. That first one, I think 1-0. And then the next one, we took care of it. We our bats came alive for sure.
Okay. So after all that, you guys head to the Senior Little League World Series. Where was that held? What city, state, what venue?
Bangor, Maine.
All the way to Maine.
Oh yeah, all the way to Maine. Taking all those guys I grew up with all the way to Maine. Our first time ever on an airplane. A lot of us.
Right. Yeah. So some of you flew. Some of y'all had to drive, right?
Oh no, the team drove. The team flew for sure. Okay. But then all the fans that wanted to come. And
all that. I think I remember
that's a long way.
It on the radio. I was at work and hearing you guys on the radio with all the games and stuff. What is your favorite memory of playing in that tournament?
Of that tournament, I believe my favorite memory was that second game, of course. We played against Latin America, which featured quite a bit of two guys that made it to the pros, and then there's a few other guys that made it in the minor league system. But yeah, we faced off against Jurickson Profar. He was like the hot prospect at that time.
And he pitched that game.
Yeah, right? He pitched that game.
You guys beat him?
Yeah, that's like the first time a lot of us have seen 90+ mile an hour pitching. Right. Because a lot of us, we just got through our 10th grade year, so we were playing JV ball, and then we come straight there, and wow, 90 mile an hour pitching, that was 90+. I think he topped out at like 94 at one point.
Right. So, what was your favorite moment of the Little League World Series?
Of the World Series, probably that game right there, because our best pitcher, David Williams, faced off against their pitcher, Jurickson Profar. Right. Yeah, and then so it was a good game, I believe. I'm not sure I think we got Profar out in about 5 innings. So that was pretty confident. David pitched the full game, which David Williams, every game he played in that whole summer, he pitched the full game. And yeah, he was big. That was huge. He pitched all the innings in every game he pitched in.
Right. So what other current major league players did you end up playing with besides Jurickson Profar? Jurickson Profar at the time was probably the number one prospect.
Yeah.
And he ended up signing with the Rangers. He made his debut with the Rangers, and after that he just went all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I think right now he's playing with Colorado.
Alex? Yeah, he got a 1-year deal with Colorado recently.
And he's doing good. And he's been playing, 15 years?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
He played with your favorite team, the Rangers. That's who he started off with.
Started out there, and he went to the World Series and got a hit in the World Series.
Yeah.
This is his first year.
Yeah, he was good. And then we placed Jonathan Shope, he became a MLB All-Star in 2017 or 18.
Who does he
currently
play with?
Last time I remember it was with the Detroit. He was a second baseman. But it was crazy at that time. We were all hanging out at the hotel together, and they already kind of knew that they were going to get signed at age 16. They were like 15 at the time. They had to wait till they were 16 to get signed, but they already kind of had scouts. There were scouts at our game watching them guys play. So
you gave me a baseball sign with the Latin team on them, and Jurickson Profar is on there. I forgot to get it out.
Profar and Chopra on there, for sure. Yeah, the good guys. We hung around all the teams there at the hotel. It was a good time.
Yeah, and most of these guys were already signed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the Latin players.
Yeah, it's funny how we ran into them. We were watching them play a game before, or the night before. One of their pitchers pitched, and they had a good game, and they brought in Profar to close the game out the day before we were going to play them.
Okay.
And he pitched 1 inning, and wow, we were all there watching. We were like, man, this guy's chunking. Then on the way back, we are at the hotel, and we asked him, hey, who's going to pitch for y'all tomorrow? We got kind of friendly with them, and he's like, no, I'm pitching. And we were like, oh, man. We kind of were like, it was exciting, though. We all went to sleep pretty, ready for the next day. We were like, man, it's a challenge. We're ready for it.
Maybe it's a good thing that he said that, so mentally it prepared y'all guys.
Yeah, and it was cool. I mean, because our coach was like, well, they're going to pitch their best guy. We're going to pitch David Williams against them. We're just going to see what happens.
What was the result of the tournament? How did you guys end up on that?
We started off hot, man. We started off 2-0, and then especially beating them, everybody was like, "Oh, okay, they're going to advance." I mean, it was kind of a round robin. You get 4 guaranteed games. We were up 2-0, and we all got. I believe we got overconfident in that third game. We kind of took it easy, and we got run ruled that next game, and that kind of killed, in a round robin tournament, they go by runs, and that kind of killed the momentum. Yeah, it killed it hard. And then we had to kind of wait to see what the next games were like, because we kind of kicked ourselves out of, advancing. And then something happened, and that before our fourth game, we knew if we won that game, we just had to win to advance. And we got upset again. I don't know. We faced the best pitching there, and then next two games, our bats weren't working, man. We just, those games where you just come out flat and nothing's going your way. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, it happens all the time to the Rangers too.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what happened. But we were hot until then, man. It just everything just didn't go our way the last two games.
Right. And then you played a little bit of high school baseball with Brian High Vikings. Yeah. Right. And during that time, you injured your shoulder?
Yeah.
And then you had to have surgery?
Yeah. 9th and 10th grade were fun times. We were all those guys that were there. A lot of them played. We were all starters together. So we knew coming up we were going to. Right. But it just didn't work out that way, man. My 11th grade year, probably like the second practice before the season started, something's not right with my shoulder. It's kind of weird for me to have a arm injury, shoulder injury, because I was just second base my whole life.
You were second baseman. Did they call you automatic or something?
Yeah. Yeah, man, it just didn't work out for me. I don't know what it was. Second baseman, shoulder surgery. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere.
After that, you just kind of stopped playing.
Just lingered. That whole season it lingered. I was at the trainer quite a bit, and then they found a torn labrum probably like at the very end of that season. And then we got surgery that summer, and I was trying to work my way back for senior year, but
you missed the whole senior year.
Yeah, I mean, I did it, and I kind of rushed the process because I was ready to, at least try to compete, try to compete, and then it just didn't work out. It just went back to square one.
Okay. Well, let's get to the next topic right here. We got you're a big boxing fan.
Yeah.
Right? And you're always talking boxing, and you're always going to Las Vegas. You've been to a few fights, right?
Yeah.
And you're always running into important people and famous people and all that stuff. Yeah. So who's the most famous people that you've met?
Ooh, boxing wise,
anything.
Man, probably
because you got a bunch of. You always posting pictures with this guy and that guy and everybody. Man,
probably Fernando Vargas is up there.
Is he?
Yeah, that was a good one, man. He was a real cool guy. He was down to earth. Me and my wife met him when we went to Vegas for the first time. And then, of course, when I go to the boxing fights with my brother, we all know everybody, and we just all good, friendly guys. Every boxer that I've met so far is pretty cool. I think
Momo and Adrian came on an episode of with Lomachenko, right?
And you'll see me on the background of a few ESN Ellie Setback videos. And,
that's right.
Yeah, you'll see me and my wife Brandy we went to a Pacquiao fight, and we're walking in the back, and you can see us behind a Broner interview. It's just random sightings of me that you'll see.
Yeah. If you run into Aaron, tag him.
Yeah, exactly.
Big fight coming up. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Who you got?
Tank.
Easy.
You see pick. That rehydration clause thing is just kind of.
You think that's going to be a big factor?
Yeah, I feel like Ryan's already making that an excuse. I don't know, but I mean, at least he signed it. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting.
I think he wanted to fight. And
you got to do what you got to do.
Get that big money.
Yeah. So, it's going to be a good one, though. I mean, it's exciting, but I think Tank takes it over late. Probably like 9th round, 9th, 10th. You
think so? I think it's going to be a good, I keep saying a good 4 or 5 round fight. It's going to be an exciting.
I know you support all the De La Hoya fighters.
After that, I think Tank Davis is just going to overpower him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I said, I compare this to Canelo Amir Khan.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good comparison.
That's how I see it. And that's how I called that one. Yeah. It's going to be a good 4 or 5 round fight.
That fight was a good one. Yeah.
It was. Because Amir Khan was catching Canelo until he slowed down, dropped his hands, and
just countered
over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Night.
Yep.
I think that's what's going to happen here. But Ryan Garcia, I think he's got a puncher's chance.
It's possible, but I don't know.
The one I'm looking forward to is Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. Who you got on that one?
Haney. I think Haney's just a good boxer. I think the only one that could give Haney problems is Shakur Stevens. of course.
Yeah, but
that's about it.
I think Haney's is the top.
Yeah,
top dog
I think
on that
Haney
division.
gets that one by unanimous, but you never know. Lomachenko's. I like Loma. He's good.
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. What fight do you want to see? For me, it's Spence Crawford.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one that has to happen.
The one that needs to happen is, of course, Jamal needs to get back in the ring. But Jamal and Benavidez is one that I want to see. Jamal, Charlo, and David Benavidez. That's the one that I'd be excited for.
Well, what do you think about Canelo and Benavidez? You think that should happen?
It should. I don't know what weight it would be at that time.
Well, that's 168. Right? Canelo has the belts at 168, right?
Yeah.
All the belts, and that's Benavidez' weight.
Yeah. But then he apparently wants to move up to 75 again to face Bivol in the rematch. So I don't know if he'll fluctuate. I don't know how.
Nobody wants to see that again.
Yeah. That was a one-sided fight.
It was one-sided.
Sadly.
Like Canelo and Chavez Jr.
Yeah. I was excited for that one. I was a big Chavez fan
too. Okay, let's talk about your favorite movies. What's your top 5?
Top 5. This one's gonna shock people, but my favorite movie of all time, Urban Cowboy.
Number 1.
Urban Cowboy. Urban Cowboy with John Travolta.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, we grew up with that movie.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Yeah, my mom. I think my mom and my mom showed me that
Cowboy?
movie.
That's John Travolta.
That's a
cowboy movie
in Houston. Yeah, in Houston. Yeah.
Okay.
That one, The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
That's a good movie.
I like that one. Blow with Johnny Depp.
Okay.
That one's up there.
Seen that one, Alan?
Yeah.
Okay. Alan's shaking his head like.
He agrees with that one. Yeah.
First time?
Let's see. Okay, Grease is up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Musical.
Grease.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, y'all showed us that one growing up. We watched that movie nonstop. The 5th one. I'm gonna go with Casino with Joe Pesci. Yeah, Joe Pesci.
Look at this dude.
Robert De Niro.
He loves that group. Alan does.
Yeah, I love that one. But yeah, those are my top 5. I could watch those any time of the day from start to finish.
Do you like The Hangover?
Oh yeah, of course.
Alex hasn't even seen it.
Wow, 3 of them. You got to catch up.
Yeah, we get on them.
There's 3.
Yeah. No, I think the first one. That's enough.
Yeah. The first is good. There's 3. They're good laughs.
What's your favorite comedy?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with it's a tie between Jim Carrey and Liar Liar or The Breakup with Vince Vaughn. That movie, my wife hates when I watch that movie, but man, that's a good one.
The reason I ask that question is that every time I ask Aaron a question on a text message, he asks me, "What's the password?"
Yeah,
and I have to say New England clam chowder.
They don't understand. We grew up on those movies.
What's your response on that? Is that the red or the white?
Yeah.
So I have to type white, and then he'll answer the question.
Oh yeah, you showed us all those classics, man. Major League, Ace Ventura. So, man.
Oh man, yeah, those are
first time at the theater was with this guy watching Ace Ventura.
Those are funny movies. Well, let's get into the next topic. After high school, you decided to go to college and study construction science. Let's talk about the construction science.
Yeah.
First, what year did you graduate from Texas A&M?
I graduated in 2016, which took some time because I started at Blinn, just kind of get my feet wet over there and then see how that went. And it worked out good. I mean, I was doing good at Blinn. I, of course, had support from my sister, which was already at A&M at the time. And then my brother-in-law, Josh that was on the way to transferring to A&M. So I had a lot of help with them. They kind of guided me through the whole college route. So I had a lot of support.
Okay. Why did you decide to major in construction science?
Just because construction is something we've always been around. My dad,
business,
my dad started the company in I think 99.
Right.
And then my grandpa, of course, always worked in construction. So I've always, as a teenager, I was work with my grandpa and my dad.
Right.
So that kind of helped me because I always saw my dad managing guys, managing projects, and then that kind of motivated me to go that route. But I was wanting to do it in a bigger commercial type route. So that's kind of where construction science was my choice.
What is construction science?
It's a major that'll help you in I'd say construction management, I mean, you'll learn things like estimating, scheduling, BIM modeling, just things like that, structures, just kind of help you kind of be an engineer at the same time too, because I mean you got
the sectors is commercial, residential, industrial, and heavy civil. That's the sectors at Texas A&M for construction science, right?
Yeah, it's a tough major too. Yeah, you have to put in the work, and then they required. I'm sure they still do. They make you get an internship during your courses over there. So
where did you get your internship?
I was in Houston with Vaughn Construction. Okay. So yeah, I was in Houston for about 7 months, but it was good. It was a good learning experience. It's good to get out of your comfort zone. You know, I was a guy that's just been here my whole life. So when they were like Houston, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be tough, but let's go for it.
Yeah, as of now, Alex is taking that route, and Alan's thinking about taking that route.
Oh yeah, it's a good route. I mean, at the time when I was entering, that was A&M's biggest thing. They were like, if you do this and you succeed in it. I mean, I think at the time it was like 90% job placement that was going on. So a lot of the guys I graduated with,
they all went straight to
yeah, they had jobs off the bat, which is good. That's what you want, right? When you get out of college.
Is it still the same?
It has to be. I think it's booming, man.
It's booming.
Yeah,
everything's booming. I mean, that's what I do. Project management,
right?
And we have work all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be the same. I mean, it's been nonstop. When I used to work at Vaughn, and we had nonstop interns come in, and right when they graduated, we hired them because they did a good job. You know, so it was it'll get you a good start in your construction.
And this town, Bryan College Station, is just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Right. What type of courses are needed for this major? You know, math, computer.
Yeah, your basics. At my time, I'm not sure if they changed the degree plan now, but I mean, the toughest courses that you had to do your histories, your speech classes, your electives, calculus 1 and 2. Okay. That was tough for me, man. I had to put the work in there. But yeah, things like that. I took care of a lot of those at Blinn, which is what helped me. You know, it helped me focus there. And I'm not sure how the degree plan is now, but I'm pretty sure it's around the same. And then when you get to your construction science courses, that's kind of where it's all just, you know, construction science. You do your estimating, your scheduling, your project management classes. One of the guys that used to support you guys on Longoria Boxing Club was my professor, Escamilla. Right,
Professor Escamilla. He was a big supporter of Longoria Boxing Club. Yeah. Tell me about Escamilla. Did he help you out?
Oh, yeah. He was, I think he was our project management course, and he was good. He helped me, he kind of showed us before our internship, like, you know, how you're going to do scheduling, how you're going to, if there's a setback, you know, you got to, you know, there was just certain little things that his course was, and his course was good. I've kept up with him quite a bit after college, and then I think he moved on somewhere else. I think he's in the Valley now.
He's in the Valley, but he's still with Texas A&M.
Right, yeah, I've seen that.
He has the construction science in McAllen or Mission. Out there. Yeah, and he's still with Texas A&M, but he runs that program down there. Yeah, and every time I get a chance to see him out there when we go out there for a gig or anything, we run into him. So. You know, un saludo para Professor Escamilla.
Yeah.
What was the experience like attending Texas A&M? The tradition, the games, the football. The whole experience.
What was it like? Into that, especially I think my first year there was 2013. That's where all the hype was with football, with Manziel and stuff. Right. So yeah, that was fun. It was a great experience, but at the same time, I had a tough major, so that was like, you know, you had to really focus on that, and then, you know, have your fun a little bit. But yeah, it was fun, man. A&M it was always a goal to go there. You know, we're blessed enough to have a good university just in our backyard. So, and then
it is.
Yeah, and then it worked out good for me.
That's good. So, where did you work before you decided to join Longoria Construction?
Straight out of college, I worked at Vaughn Construction for about 4 years. I did. I helped on that new Blinn, the Blinn College right there on Rellis campus. Okay. That was my first one. We ground up. That went well, and then I went over to at the 21st Century building right off Welburn for Texas A&M. that one worked out. That one was a good one. That was a tough project, but we finished it all the way through and on time, of course. And I guess my manager was a guy you worked with, Wayne Ibarra.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Wayne.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I want to bring this up. Your wife, Brandy, she was a car racer. What is
she drives
what kind of car does
sprint cars? Sprint cars, yeah, on dirt.
Okay,
yep. Just like that. Yeah.
When did she start racing?
Man, she started racing way before I even met her. I met my wife when I was 21, and she had been racing. She was about 5 or 6 years old. Yeah, and it's funny how she raced her whole life. You know, she did like dragsters and mini sprints, and then this is kind of funny. So when she was, I think, in high school, freshman or sophomore year, I didn't know her at the time, but she was on this show because she was on a show called Racing for Diversity. Okay. It was aired on TV, and my brother and my sister-in-law used to watch that show because there was, I guess, they heard about, a girl from Bryan High is on the show, and they watched it, right? And then, so she was on a show competing for a NASCAR spot, and she competed against guys that are in NASCAR now, you know, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez. Right. So yeah, years later, I start dating her, and then my brother and my sister-in-law are like, "Wait, you're dating that girl that was on that TV show that we used to watch?"
So you didn't know. And I was like,
"I don't know what y'all are talking about." And they're like, "Yeah, you do. We used to watch it at your house." I was like, "I've never seen that show, and I've never seen it to this day." She tells me, "You better not watch it." So
we'll look that up later.
Yeah. So yeah, we.
Does she still compete?
We haven't competed in a while.
When was the last time she competed?
Probably before COVID. Once COVID hit, it kind of died down a little bit. And then, of course, when I met her, we were both in college. Her dad and her parents wanted her to focus kind of on college, you know, because she was already in college. Right. They were like, let's knock college out, you know, get it out the way. And, you know, we've always wanted that for her. So she graduated from Sam Houston. And then right when she was going back into racing, that's what COVID kind of hit, and then it kind of slowed it down, the process down. And then, of course, we had our baby boy, or we got married and had our baby boy. So
RG was born last year?
Earlier this year. Yeah, but we had got married first in 2018. And then she raced a little bit.
Man, he was born last year, wasn't he?
No, he was born this year.
What?
In June.
How old is he?
He's like my bad. Yeah, last year. I'm sorry about that. Man. Yeah, time. I'm trying to slow it down, man.
RG's gonna watch this video when he's bigger, dude.
My wife gets sad because he's already 10 months, and she's like, "Oh, so I guess I'm trying to slow it down." I know. Man. Dang, that time does fly. Wow. But yeah, we're slowly getting back into it now. Yeah. But COVID kind of slowed it down.
Yeah, COVID killed a lot of things. That was probably not the reason, but one of the many reasons I retired from boxing. It just slowed. Tough. It just brought everything down. Yeah,
her and her dad were pretty sad about COVID because you know, they're used to racing quite a bit, and then COVID hit, and everybody's kind of slowing down, and everybody starts doing their own thing. You know, trying to get over COVID, but she's good. We'll get back into it. Her dad kind of doesn't want her to, just because, you know, she has a kid now.
But she's a mom now.
Yeah, I know. So her dad's kind of nervous for her, but Brandy wants to do it one more time.
If she does, we'll try it. I want to bring her on a podcast so we can talk car. I bet she knows how to fix cars and stuff.
Oh yeah, she knows more than me.
She knows motors.
Yeah.
How to change the oil.
Man, she taught me how to change a tire. She knows. She knows her. She knows.
She knows her
Yeah,
stuff.
She's hung around her dad quite a bit.
So let's talk about Longoria Construction. Okay, when did you decide to join the family business?
That was always been a goal for me. I just kind of wanted to put, a big impact on it. So at the time when I was working at Vaughn, probably a year in, my brother and my dad, they got involved with the concrete pumping on top of the concrete work. So they got pretty busy with that. And while I was working at Vaughn, I always wanted to be a part of it. You know, I was always part of it. As a kid growing up, I was always working with my dad, you know. But at that time, me and my wife, we just decided to join in as well and invest in that trailer pump right there. So that kind of got me back into it, you know, with my dad. And So it worked out well. It's been fun too. I've learned a lot so far, you know, with just the concrete pumping itself, and then on top of that, me and my dad, we do all the estimating and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember when your dad and my brother started that business, and he started from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, I helped out a few times, but it was just not my
yeah.
You know, and he started from the bottom. He started with a couple of tools, and you know, he went after it.
Yeah,
him and my dad.
Yeah,
they went after it, and right now, I mean, he's got 3 pump trucks and
three
the floor,
3 boom pumps.
Truck.
Yeah, and then the trailer pump we kind of invested in. Right. So it all worked out well, and then I learned quite a bit. So when I started working for my dad, I wanted to be involved in the pumping more than just my trailer pump, of course. Right. So he was like, well, of course, you got to go get your CDL. So, you know, you just never stop learning. I had to go get my CDL just to drive the trucks. But I'm fortunate enough that I had my brother and dad to teach me. You know, it's kind of harder for the guys coming up that, you know, it's harder just to find somewhere to practice. You know, I was able to practice with these, so I got pretty lucky.
You have a lifetime of experience, people behind it. Right?
Yeah, I was fortunate
tell me about these pumps, these concrete pumps. What do they do? Tell the people what these pumps do. So
for the boom pumps, when there's air, you know, just a regular house slab. Right. Yeah, we could reach with the boom pumps, and it's just easier for the guys, you know. Of course, I mean, there's people that still back up the truck and tailgate, but there's bigger slabs where you can't reach all those areas. So we pump that, and then big parking lots, you know, just where they're trying to, a whole group is trying to knock out a big section. Right. And then the trailer pump, it's been helpful for when you know, they're building a big backyard patio of some sort. And you
right over the house. Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what the trailer pump is
trailer ones, but this one you run a hose.
Yeah, we run the hose on the ground. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's for areas that are tough to get to, and I mean, I've done house slabs with that trailer pump, and it's been tough during a whole flooding zone. People were trying to save their slabs, like let's go knock it out. So we've done it before. It's possible. Okay. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but it's possible. We got all the tools to get it done, though. Yeah. So we got all the equipment to get it done.
Back in the day, when there was a big slab, you have to drag the concrete. Yeah, you know, that's why I didn't want to do it.
That's why I tell my dad and my grandpa, like, man, I don't know how y'all used to do that.
I used to drag it.
Yeah,
you know. 5, 10 people just drag it.
Yeah, you used to have to hire guys just to drag it. Right. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, I'm sure. It's still tough to this day with the boom pumps, though. But imagine back then. Yeah, it's tough.
Right. So how's the concrete business right now?
It's good. Fortunately, we're good enough to be in this town where it's booming. You know, we do some private work. We do like metal buildings and things like that keep us busy, and then our boom pumps keep us busy. A lot of builders in this town, so it works out real. Okay. Yeah.
So what are the future plans for the business, for the family business?
You know, my dad, my dad sends me and Momo videos, articles about, you know, all these pumps. My dad goes to the World of Concrete and meets all the guys, and my dad's, he wants more pumps for sure. That's for sure thing. And then me, I want to start doing home building on top of that, since I mean, we're already kind of in that area, but that's kind of one thing that's possibly in the future for us. Right.
I mean, home building here in this town, like I said, it's just booming.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on with the pumps. Of course, it's real busy, so it's good. But
well, Aaron, what else do you want to add to the podcast? What do you want to talk about? Anything specific you want to bring up?
No, I think I'm good. I just
any shout outs you want to send out to the audience?
Of course, my family, my wife Brandy, and my son Robert Graham, and then you know, all my old teammates that we were talking about earlier. I don't see those guys a lot, but I talk to a few of them quite a bit. But if they see this, man, it's going to bring up a lot of memories that are awesome. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I guess that does it, and I want to thank you for coming, man, and you know, good luck in the future, and if Brandy races again, good luck, and and say hi to RG for me, and
I sure will.
Hope we see y'all soon, and I'd like to remind everybody to please subscribe to Desde Cero con Manuel, and keep supporting our channel, and so we can have cool guests like Aaron here on.
Awesome.
Okay, and well, we'll see y'all next time, and thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.